All right.
So
Well,
I saw it here.
yeah.
So number one, like I was fumbling with the overlords in the beginning of this map because like I was like, where the fuck is the natural, etc. Like I'm still super like some of the maps like catch me off guard. So first,
Yeah.
like I sent it. I thought I was at the bottom. I sent it up top. So I was fumbling with the overall. But anyways, like I don't think it made too much of a difference, right? I saw it quite like very early, anyways.
Yeah. Maybe your spawning pool's a little late. Let's take a look
Yeah,
at this.
yeah, yes, it is. I was waiting for it for long,
It's
super long to
it's
build
still a
spines and.
yeah. It's still a pool first though, so it still wrecks him, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah. Okay. Cool. So just try to memorize that overlord positioning for next time.
Yeah.
For me, I normally would just send one in to scout the front, and then I would just shift click it back to this pillar outside the base. There's a nice little pillar which has a poster of the doctor putting a glove on, like she's about to reach inside your sphincter on the left side, and on the right
Awesome.
side,
Yeah,
I
there.
don't know what
Okay.
else it has. I can't quite see what that. I think it's a zealot or phoenix or something.
Wouldn't you send it here though? To the natural?
I just assume they've expanded. I would probably send a second overlord down the right side. I
Okay.
don't know. I'd like to send two overlords on this map.
Okay.
Just personally. And that
Mm.
second overlord can see if there's a natural, but it can also kind of slide around the back if you want for a scout. I think the best
Okay.
scouting on this map is to get in from behind. So, I mean, you could do it the other way around. You could send your first overlord by the natural around the back.
Yeah.
Because you want to go right along the very edge of the map along the back. Because I think that's the best scouting angle to see secret shit. Because they always hide the secret stuff in the back behind the main and natural on this map. And then the other one can just come and take up residence over the pillar. Up to you. If what you prioritize, right? Are you prioritizing scouting or vision outside their base? And if you want to only do one overlord, you can only pick one, right? If there's a lot of people opening Vikings or like Void Rays or whatever, you don't really want to send two overlords across. But what about pulling drones? So you ever pull drones against a proxy barracks, like to try and stop it building?
No. But so yeah, I could have. I thought I was early enough that I would wait for the lings. But then I realized that the stupid pool is late because I fumbled the beginning, so I was like just sitting there waiting for the links. I wanted to build a spine, which of course you can't without a pool. So I was just like, meh. Bit dumb. Well, I guess I should have pulled the drones. Would have been better.
We've got to program something in here as all. So pulling drones is super risky. I've seen Solar usually does this really well, but there was a recent pro match where he pulled it way too late, where it was never going to stop the SCVs building the barracks. And that, like, was it him or Dark? One of them did it, and I was like, oh no, because like they just were so behind, right? Because if you pull like 3 or 4 drones and you don't kill at least one of these SCVs before the barracks are finished, it's just a complete waste of money. It does nothing for you at all, right? And
and like if the pool was in time, I like my natural instinct wouldn't be to pull drones for this. So I think I could have like defended it normally. Like if I could have defended it normally, even with the pool being late.
Normally you would, but the thing is, we want you to get used to making this calculation quickly when you scout it, because you usually don't scout it this early. But when it's really close to your base, it's much harder to defend with like lings, spines, or taking to roaches, which are your other 3 options, right? And it's just the best way to shut it down, right? It basically punishes them for being too greedy / aggressive with their proxy placement. So all you want to do is you want to gauge how far is that from my base and how far are they from being built. If they're less than halfway and about this distance, I'm always going to pull 3 or 4 drones and just go, cool, keep macroing behind it, building a gap.
But just 3 or 4, not more.
No need to pull more because you're not going to get enough surface area to ever attack an SCV with more than 2 at a time, maybe 3 at most. And then you want to try and split them up if you can, right? Try and attack. Or from one side with 2, the other 2 from the other side, because these SCVs are going to float around. And you want to try and prioritize, killing one SCV first if you can. But that's like, for me, the way I think of it is like, if they're not halfway done yet when we see them, and they're about this distance, if we want to think about what is this distance, it's, I don't know, 2 screens away is like one way to think of this, right? I don't know roughly how you think of this.
I think it's like roughly 2 screens,
It's like, okay, about 2 screens, less than halfway done, easy call. And you'll get better at judging that the more you do it as well. And I think that's just a really good way to punish this and shut it down completely. So whenever we see Proxy Rax, we want to make sure we do that. Let's just go normal text to spot Proxy Rax. If less than 50% done and about 2 screens away, pull 4 drones, okay? That's for 2 barracks. If it's just 1 barracks, probably only 2 drones, right? And try to kill it. Okay, so other than that, you can go roaches with your build, which completely shuts it down because you've gone pool first, and that gives you the mobility. However, spines are more immediate. They're better to shut it down at first, but they don't transition quite as easily as the roaches. So that's the only thing we have to question ourselves on in the follow-up is, hey, are we building, spines and lings and queens and going, mineral focused, or are we going to do it the other way? If you're going mineral focus, you still need to expand. You still need to do your whole normal thing, right? Whereas if we're going the roach focus, actually, I think no matter what, we always want to still be expanding, basically.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it can be a little bit awkward. I mean, we could go double gas straight away and go hard into roaches. I just don't think that's necessary. I think pool into hatch is always fine. So still build your hatchery on 17 or 18, and that sort of thing. And then what do you prefer? The idea of just defending with ling queen spine, or do you want to go straight to roaches? What do you prefer?
I prefer the link queen spine. Okay. I like a faster response than waiting.
Notice how you didn't drone for a really long time here because you were kind of thinking about.
Yeah, I was like waiting and it was. Yeah, and I knew that he went. I saw him go to the left, and then I'm like, yeah, he's probably building a bunker, and I went like 10 seconds later. And it was overall the response. I don't think it was horrible, but it was super slow. If it was everything 10 to 20 seconds faster, it would have actually worked.
Exactly, it's just a bit belated. So I think keeping it gasless is the best way to do this if we can. So if you've already built the gas, just pull off gas. Stop mining it, depending on when you scout this, right?
Sure.
Or cancel it. Don't let it finish building in the first place if you scout it really early, like this game. That's going to be really nice, right? So I would say build the hatchery and drone back to 18, but then we want to immediately build no gas, no roach horn. As soon as pool's done, we want to get 6 lings and we want to run them across the map, right?
Yeah.
Don't even fight him. I mean, if there's an SCV just there or a marine that's just there, you could try to fight it, but you don't want to get baited into 3 marines and 2 SCVs, lose your lings, because you go across the map and you're just unlimited free damage. And you don't even want to fight the SCVs. You just want to attack the depot. And if his SCVs pull, you just run away. You just run. You just shift click a circle around his main base or something. And if he's not mining, he's losing. Or if you fight him in a choke point, the SCVs will just lose. I mean, you could just fight. You'll still kill so many SCVs. It's still worth it. It's just more optimal to not lose the lings if you can handle that multitasking. If you just move them across the map, they'll probably kill a depot, kill 6 SCVs, and kind of ruin him anyway. But just saying, technically, we can do more with that. Try to just attack depots and waste their time as much as possible rather than outright fighting. If you fight, not too bad. you'll still trade well. So that's really good. And then we'd go straight for a spine crawler, right, as well. So we'd build a spine plus queen production. And then honestly, we'd keep droning. And add spines and queens as necessary. And the reason is they're usually going to have to pull back for the lings, right? And they, if they're only 2 racks, they just don't have that many. You can save energy on queens to be safer, inject to be greedier, right? Injecting more production. Single creep tumor can be nice, of course, but generally, if you have 2 transfusers on a spine, that makes it unkillable for marines almost. It's crazy. Obviously, they'll hit a critical mass, which is if it's going on, he's still building units out here, so on and so forth. Okay, I'm going to build a second spine. I've got 4 queens now and 2 spine. Okay, and a third spine. You can build up, and obviously, if they just stay on that, eventually you do want to add a gas and get banelings. You don't need ling speed. You just straight to banelings is usually the way to do it. Straight to roaches would work as well. Not quite as scaling, but would be perfectly fine. And you should be able to just drone up on 2 base and then try to slowly get to a third. Yeah. So basically, just drone up your bases and head back to a normal game. Now, a normal game for you, obviously, we're skipping the roach pressure, we're skipping the muta phase. You'd just be going to 3 base roach, right? Keep it really basic. The easiest thing to do from a messed up start. 3 base, 1/1 roach timing. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so That's always good to have that mapped out, because then we can just like watch it a little bit. And we can just kind of visualize. Okay, cool. The hatchery should be going down right on time here.
No, it doesn't. Like I don't know what like my decision here was like. I'll stay on one base and I'll build, and I went back to like build the spine, but then I realized I can't, and etc. So it was overall a bit of a mess.
Yeah. And the thing is, because you were I was like, well, you're waiting to build Zerglings, which is good. And then just as the spawning pool's about to finish, after your lava's been stagnating for a while,
I decided finally to build the drones. Yes.
And I'm like, no. I'm like, yeah, exactly. I totally get why you did it, because you're like, shit, man, my money's just sitting here. I got to do something. But
yep.
It's just if we built those,
I always waited for the right time to do shit. But even here, like I saw him. If I pulled the drones here and didn't wait for the 10, 15, I don't know how long I waited, I could have killed him like easily.
You're microing a single drone to the left.
Then minerals,
no queen, no Zerglings.
Yeah. Then finally here, I like pulled the drones, and even with these, I almost like killed the stuff that he had. But then I was focused too much on the marine, and here I think I didn't manage to kill that one stupid marine.
Main problem was you were microing them all as one pack as well, right? So when you do pull them,
I should have.
It's like a move, then start boxing, right? Just start. You guys attack the marine, you guys attack the bunker, you guys attack the SCV. Same as defending a cannon rush, right? Very similar micro in terms of like pull too many workers and then split them up. that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think that should be fine. But having that clear set response.
Does the spine have a longer range than a bunker or shorter?
So a bunker gives +1 range to units inside. A marauder, 6 range unit, will become 7 range, same as a spine.
Yeah.
Marine becomes 6 range, 1 less than a spine. Because the spine crawler is a 4-space unit, though, same size as like a pylon or anything, it needs to be positioned correctly. So it needs to be positioned on straight lines, so directly on the straight or the diagonal. If it's anywhere in between that, usually the marine can hit it.
Yeah. So,
basically, I guess that's every 45 degrees, right?
Sure.
So every 45 degrees, you can position it just in range, and it should be able to hit without getting hit in return.
Cool.
Will that work in every position on every map? I don't know. Let's take a look.
Yeah, because I was wondering. I thought that I remembered that it has a longer range than Marines in a bunker, but he was hitting me. But then I thought that I probably misplaced it or something.
We've got a Team Liquid thread, perfect spine placement versus TERRAN bunker from October 9th, 2012. And nice. I will link it to you. I will also link it in chat as well, because I remember this thread. I didn't realize you could actually do it back in 2012, and then I saw this thread someone put up, and I was like, ooh, and they got all these nice little pretty images and stuff, 360 degrees, and they basically say, or maybe it's only the diagonals, is it? Maybe it's not the straight lines. I know definitely it's on the diagonals.
Okay. So basically like here. Something like that, yeah. Probably.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
According to this image, maybe it is just the full diagonals, actually. Okay. I very rarely use this. Usually you're pretty deep in the shit if you have to outrange a bunker with a spine crawler. Things have gone pretty bad at that point, because
a little bit.
At high level, they'll just unload the Marines in and out of the bunker and kill it while it's building. So you can't really build it in range, but you can at least route it just out of range. But even then, same thing, it can get gunned down usually. Yeah. So,
Cool. Well.
Yeah, this breaks down the graphics crazy. I love these threads. Fucking Omega nerds are my favorite. Makes the StarCraft community great. All right, cool. Next replay.
Nice. No, that's fine. I think that's the other one was nothing too interesting. Let's just jump into some games.
Heck yeah, let's do it.
I need to kick you out.
It's all good.
Or you need to...
I left before you even could. You don't kick me out. I left. I chose to leave.
No fair.
Free.
Share your screen.
Thank you, Spartacus, for the sub.
Screen.
Did you ever play Homeworld, by the way? Apparently Homeworld 3 has come out. I've never played
Homeworld RTS. Not yet. I saw it, but I haven't played it. Is it good?
I haven't played it yet either. But you didn't play the first or second game at all?
No.
Me neither. I'm keen to see. think I might play it tomorrow on stream. We'll see. Give it a go, guys. So that should be.
I'm playing.
fun to check out.
I keep jumping just between SC and Stormgate. So
Oh, cool.
too many games coming out. I don't have time for like I barely have time for StarCraft. So
yeah, that's how it is, man.
Yeah, it's.
I've been busy spreading liberty, spreading democracy, killing bugs. Has been fun. It's fun to have a game to shoot things with Helldivers at the moment. That's been nice. Good chill game with friends. And we got ourselves a ZVP to start. Very nice. Let's go, son.
Normal map for a start. That's not bad.
Heck yeah, just getting that groove, man. Pull the second drone straight away. You know what to do. Yep. And build another drone and go back to your build. Those lings could have been shuffled slightly, so all four could have attacked the gateway, but that's okay. It's a bit too detail-oriented for his level right now. I'm also not sure if he built all 5 roaches. There we go, yeah, he started them now. Yeah, this is good. Forces a wall off with just basic 4 Zerglings, which is just part of his build. Should be droning in Overlords and stuff right now, though. The natural wasn't hotkeyed, man. Yeah, not building drones off it or Overlords right now. It's alright.
That's why.
Hotkey it, build your drones, set your rally point. You'll be back on point in no time. Just keep that focus. Keep the injects going and then get into your roach micro. Alright, while we're fighting with our roaches, we can hold the drone key down because you know that you're waiting for your overlord to finish. And then you can go back to microing for good 30 seconds. Good stuff. Yeah, good job, man. No, focus the gateway down. The gateway's already almost dead. Yeah, kill that first. Alright. Just focus on the macro most of all, right? You're doing real good. The last second gas should be starting now.
Yep.
Yep, you can just A move and never look at that again. They've done so much damage. It was really good that you bounced back and microed it for a little bit. But yeah, you don't need to look at that ever again, basically. I would just say focus on your macro as well as you can. And you got a third queen, so you can start spreading creep earlier this game. I know normally you don't have one,
Yeah.
but hey, bonus. We've already got a creep queen on our hotkey, spreading creep. Fantastic. Just boost the whole build. This is game over, guys. He's killed everything. The PROTOSS player has nothing at home. He literally just lost every probe in his main, I'm pretty sure, or ran them all to the natural. His roaches are just standing in the middle of nowhere, doing nothing right now. But because of Jacob's APM limitations, there's no reason for him to really be microing this until he really feels a need to micro them, which I guess he does have now, but yeah. He should be going third base first, then gases, which is what he did, but his main base is undersaturated. He hasn't fixed that saturation up yet, so that is one thing that kind of worries me a little bit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, just setting those rally points a little bit early. Haven't saturated your main yet either. So I just need to keep those macro cycles going, and you need to, you know, just make sure that main base, yeah. About 18 out of 16 is usually better than 16 out of 16. So remember, always a bit into the red is better, but that's fine. This game is completely over, guys. So the problem is, though, players don't necessarily play very clean past their openings, and that's at all skill levels. All of us do this, and you should always be striving at this point for perfection. And you'll never get there, but you can get closer. You can minimize the dumb mistakes that we all make as players, right? And that's what we're trying to work on here. So this is good. The moment the Spire finishes, 8 mutas, clicks them on the minimap, control groups them, beautiful. And third base is looking good. But what's he lacking? You're doing great, but we don't have any Zerglings out. We should be building a Zergling or two, putting them on the map. We should be getting ready for that next step with roach speed and double upgrades. You know, you're doing really well, but in between your macro cycles, let's make sure we're doing all that stuff. Yep, we won with the roaches, so
yeah,
all good. Yeah, just hotkey your hatchery, keep those rhythms going.
Yeah. I was wondering the whole time, like, why the fuck do I have so little larva? I'm like, where did it go? Yeah, well, that does it.
Yeah, this is why quickly cycling through things is really nice.
Yeah.
At the start, when you were microing your drone after the probe, as soon as you started microing as well, you then clicked on the minimap to jump back to your main, which was bizarre because you use camera locations normally, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just try to you know, stick to the systems. Use the hotkeys because that can, you know, you would basically
alternate.
Just, yeah. The thing is, like, there should be a cycle of the whole early game. If you watch any pro, people are like, why are they just bouncing between their bases? They are actually like re-hotkeying things repeatedly. Going through, selecting your overlord, hotkeying. Your second overlord, hotkeying. So you're not only looking at them, you're re-hotkeying them just like over and over again. And you're going to your natural. I reset my rally point like 8 times in the early game. I had to hotkey recenter camera location multiple times sometimes as well. Obviously, you don't need to do that much, but just checking your bases, like going through and going, you know, add to hotkey and stuff, getting those little cycles down is really good for speeding up your execution, and it makes sure you don't forget anything as well. And it's really good for when you're recovering after damage or something like that later on, because you're kind of in that habit of going like, you know, F1, fix the main, F2, fix the natural, F3, fix the third kind of thing, and kind of getting a good read on where your work account's at, what's going on, all that sort of stuff. It just allows you to really be up to date with what's happening in each of those bases and make sure they're all rallying correctly and that sort of thing.
Cool.
Good job there, man. Win's a win.
Right.
Smashed it. Good focus fire on the Stalker. before focusing the gateway when you were attacking his wall. That was nice. And yeah, just killed him.
Nice. Well, let's try that again.
Apparently, you can now send live video stream input to ChatGPT, and it will react in real time.
Yeah, they had the keynote today, right? Or
a couple hours ago. Right. I mean, that would be pretty funny to just put it on and have it backseat us playing StarCraft. That'd be pretty. Does it only do? I imagine it only does it do text to speech at all?
Yeah, for sure. Did anyone try sending it like a replay to analyze? That would be fun.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I mean, I've asked it for like build order advice before, and it pumps out the most incomprehensible garbage I've ever seen in my life. But yeah. Anyways, focus on your build. I'll stop distracting you. What race is this?
I didn't check. There.
CVT. You got it, man. Kick some ass. Sorry, should have muted my mic to talk to you there, Sturmgot. Yeah. We got that's cool. That does sound kind of funny. Probably have to pay for a premium to do that. Might be worth doing for funds. Could be a fun idea. Pretty sure it wouldn't understand anything that it sees is the only problem.
What did I just do? Awesome. Had something else selected.
Thanks for the Bezos box.
Hey, thanks for the Bezos box, mate. Who was that from? Oh, Dreadmond. Thank you, Dreadmond. Thanks for the 1313 sub, dude. If it can't already do that, it looks like we're weeks rather than months from being able to do live commentary on any game, says Sturmgut. I mean, from what I've seen, ChatGPT basically all it does is just steal what the patterns are, and like it'll be right sometimes and wrong sometimes, right? Over time it'll get better at like emulating human behavior, but it's I'm pretty sure the commentary would suck. I'm sure it could do commentary. I think it would suck. Hey, he actually ran his lings around this time. Unfortunately, not far enough around because the Reaper is so incredibly late. You can just A-move, no reason to do anything else. Oh, hello. Very nice.
Lucky.
Should A-move up the ramp. Oh my god. Did he forget to build an Overlord?
Well.
Of course he did.
I guess I'll just skip the roach pressure.
Okay, he's made an executive decision to skip the roach pressure. It's a real shame because he would have fucking slaughtered with it. If he would have there with 5 roaches on time, it's game over. It's like, where are the drones then? What are we doing? Okay, there we go. Finally. Oof. Gotta be quicker. Gotta be quicker. Alright, inject. Yes, there we go. That feels clean. Overlords. Next up, he needs to build overlords with his next lava that pops. Should be tapping those overlords because you didn't have any lava left in the previous round.
Yep.
Overlords.
No. Yes.
The Zerg opening privilege, what race it is, I didn't check, says Tatebson. Terran as well. Terran and Zerg both, mate. PROTOSS is the only race that cares at the very start of the game, usually. But yeah, you can click on that top right, dude. Click at that top right. I mean, if we're going to the next step, why haven't we started our lair yet? What are we doing? I really hope we're going to 1-1 Roach, because this lair's way too late to go mutas now, in my opinion. I'm going to let him muddle it out. We got Overlord. Most rallying and microing things across the map. Build first, then fancy stuff. Made a decision to skip roach pressure since it's so delayed. Good idea. Problem, we didn't make our lair for ages. So this was optimized to just go straight to 3 base roach. But then we decided to still make a spire, which I'm pretty sure he's about to do. Yeah. It's not the worst thing, it's just not well timed. It's not terrible. This isn't the worst. It just, you know, it's just, we could have followed our normal build and it would have been so much better. Ooh, this is a good drop, guys. That's a very, very quick drop. Yeah, this guy did a good build order, man. Oh my god, he picked up and ran away accidentally. All you need to do is A-move. The drones can beat this. That's so funny. Should be bringing his queen and his roaches over, guys. She's not doing. He just defended with drones. So now he just needs to reestablish his workers. Should be building drones, not roaches. You already killed all of his marines. Nothing but drones. Reset your rally points, fix your saturation, and focus on recovering your minerals for a good minute. Don't need to worry about using your spire at all. You could probably even cancel it if you want. Just fix up your economy and go to 3 base roach. Keep it as simple as possible when you're behind, man. Just fix those minerals across your bases, keep injecting, keep building overlords, keep, you know, recovering. As long as you do this, you can absolutely get back in these sort of games. And once you get back towards, you know, your minerals being good, then you can start adding your gases, your double upgrades and all that stuff. But first and foremost is macro cycles and droning and just getting that mineral economy recovered, which you're doing a really good job of so far. This is something I would say one of Jacob's biggest weaknesses is the moment there's something that goes wrong, normally he just shits the bed really hard. And I've been trying to really say, like, you know, this is such an important skill for any player out there because you're always going to make mistakes and shit the bed a little bit. Just have that set play in those scenarios of like, focus on minerals, just focus on your macro cycles, because this is what gets you out of trouble. But so many people panic and try to adapt too much. The only adaptation I've done is canceling the spire. And if we didn't tell him to do that, that would have been totally fine. Fast 2-1-1. Good drone pool. Luckily, he picked up most of his marines. This guy's hitting so hard and fast. This is crazy. Why are we control clicking the roaches there? Oh, actually, no, that was his control group, I think. Yeah, as more roaches come out, he might just barely be able to defend. Oh my god, why is he move commanding? Is he trying to do that? He's trying to run away, I guess, which is not the worst idea. It's just he was already in combat at that point. He's trying to macro in the midst of it, which is sick. That's actually really well done. The way he just did a macro cycle, pulled back, did a macro cycle under pressure, it was like fucking 300 IQ. That was great. Pull back into more roaches, into macro cycle during the fight was sick. That was what, 745, 740? It was sick good. This TERRAN is actually hitting so aggressively. He 100% cut workers. There's no way at this MMR this TERRAN didn't cut workers to hit these timings. Doesn't matter. It doesn't change the fact that, you know, we'll be fine with that. Main base was not stacked up in the workers at all, which is why we've already lost mineral patches. I mean, it gives 830 as well. I guess it's getting to that kind of that point. Fourth base, probably not the most necessary right now, but yeah, because we can sense at this point this guy's just going to keep attacking. At this point, we should know the enemy is an aggressive player and will not stop attacking. Just mass army until we crush a push, then recover the economy, right? That being said, I think he's doing a good job of trying to recover the economy here, and he's kind of got his hands full with it, so I'm okay with him not making the correct strategic decision there. He forgot roach speed as well. If he had gone for the spire on time, I think he would have intercepted the drop and actually killed it as it was coming across the map, maybe. Maybe not. Would it have been that fast? 530? Maybe not, but he would have had the mutas at least popping. And mutas plus drones and queens would have been able to defend, because it was like 11 marines with no shields. Still would have been an awkward hold, but it wouldn't have been as bad. He's killing his own hatchery right now.
Fuck, what am I doing?
Fuck, what am I doing? Oh no. He's done a pretty good job of trying to pull back and kind of buy time for himself. I'm actually pretty impressed overall with what Jacob's done. I think he messed things up pretty bad early, which is of course what's put him in this position. Seems to have lost track of where the enemy army is there. This Terran's a fucking sicko,
This is the dumbest game.
You're doing good, man. Just keep it up. You can hang in there. These are the games that test your mettle, test your resolve. You got it, man. Keep going. Never give up, never surrender. I really think this is just a really good test. There's no way these Marines have any upgrades, guys. Maybe +1 at most. These are unupgraded Marines. Yeah. This Terran's probably got a third base, but it has like 6 workers on it. His natural's got like 23 workers, and his main's got 4 workers. It's like, it's going to be like a very weird economy for this Terran player in this sort of game, because he's been so aggressive. But at this point, he might be like taking a 4th and getting up to 60 workers, maybe. But I doubt he has 2-2. Sturm, if you wanted to link an interesting part of it, just can you put the actual link in chat? My links are open, man. Obviously we have a small enough channel that we don't get that abused too much with dodgy stuff, but a YouTube link is always trusted, so you're always okay to link YouTube links, obviously, if they're completely irrelevant. Yeah, see, this guy doesn't even have combat shields. You can absolutely win this game, but I don't think roach speed is done yet. This Terran is such a meme, I love it. Oh no, he's got roach speed, and 1-1's almost finished. Yeah. Because we lost our 3rd, but he's got a 4th up, so like, I actually think as long as you wait for 1-1 before fighting, Jacob can crush this. Yeah, these Marines fucking suck, guys. I don't think 1-1's done, but that's okay. He feels the pressure, he feels like he's got to fight, that's fair enough. He clicked on the tank, but he didn't move the roaches in range to attack it, which was shit. Tank on the left. Good micro. He's getting better at tracking his screen around. He used to be useless at moving his screen to where the fighting was. He's so much better at it now. Look at this little Terran tryhard trying to click on that. Yeah, so we should be like, okay, put some guys on gas, move some guys to the 3rd, the 4th. Yeah, this is awesome. I mean, I wouldn't mind us counterattacking as well, but I'm just letting Jacob kind of do whatever comes to mind as like the most important thing for him. He should be shift injecting right now. Notice he like never really injects. Oh, the Marine drop in the main is gonna actually ruin him, guys. There's 4 Marines in the main are gonna win the game for Terran, I kid you not. There's no way in his flustered state he can deal with his 4 Marines focusing down his queen in the main. He's actually gonna lose the game from this. He was probably already almost dead, but yeah. Oh my god, he split a roach defense squad. I'm so aroused right now, guys. He's putting back on gas. This is the mechanical practice you need as a player. This is just great. This is like actually a 300 IQ practice game. This is so good. Let's pivot back into just mass roach if we can. Let's make no more drones and just try to like aim for a 2-2 roach timing at some point, because this guy's being so aggressive. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, looks like he's got us. That's okay. This player was very aggressive. He definitely had some deficits, like not making combat shields while massing Marines all game. But let's check the upgrades, man, before we go. 1-1 for him, 1-1 for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty good. Check his economy as well. Don't be leaving. Make sure you tap the GG out and then give the old rewind. We got to see what that economy is at for him. Yeah, he did end up macroing behind it, but his first 2-on-1 timing was OP. So let's check his APM. This seems like a 300 APM, not Smurf, but kind of like a very fast player who doesn't really know how to play StarCraft. But oh no, only 117. Okay, cool.
No.
But yeah, go back. Look at his first timing attack. It was 5 minutes like 15. He hit you with double medevac, which is incredibly early. Is it a small map? Yes. But I want to see, was he actually building workers that whole time? I have a feeling he cut workers to make this happen. So let's go check his economy.
38, 47. Yeah.
We need to see the overall unit tab as well. No, he actually had a good economy as well. So this was a very optimized opening for your level. You're not meant to play against an opening that's this tight. This guy was a little bit higher than you for sure in the ladder, like 100%, probably plus 300-400 MMR, I would say. Maybe belongs a bit higher than that. But anyways, big thing that happened. You forgot your overlord. Why did you forget your overlord at the start? It's always good when you make a dumb basic mistake at the start to go, what distracted us? You remember your first overlord, so you couldn't build your archers?
Yeah, I remember.
What do you reckon it was? I think it was because you were rallying your lings around the Reaper. And you were kind of thinking about that a bit too much?
Yeah, I think so, because I usually don't... Yeah, wait, 21, so here I should have built it. And yes, that's when the lings were. Wait, I'll go a little earlier.
So remember with your lings, memorize where you want to click those. You shouldn't have to think about this in the heat of the moment. Just click them further south than you think you need to. So I'd click on the nose of the bear in the bottom middle of that, and then shift click them into his like natural or whatever. And that because you also clicked them a bit too close, so his Reaper was a few seconds late, but they ran right past the Reaper, which was like, oh, that's unfortunate. That didn't need to happen as well, right? But just do it the same thing every time, so you kind of know where to click it. If you know where to click it, you don't get distracted. So this was a big disaster for us, right? Just forgetting that overlord. I like that you said, you know what? I'm not going to bother with the roach pressure then. This guy's command center's on the high ground. I'm just going to drone up and go to the next step. Problem, you didn't go to the next step. And what I mean by that is you didn't follow the build. I
didn't do the layer, I forgot, and the second guess.
Yes, and you went very quick third base, which would have been good if you went 3-base roach. If you went straight to 3-base roach, I was down on it, and I was saying to chat, I was like, I'm not going to disrupt Jacob because it's really good that he made this like decision to swap, cancel the roach pressure, scrap it, just do the next step, because that's like really good decision making, right? But I was like, it looks like you're going 3-base, which means if you go roaches, I'll be really happy, and if you still throw down the spire, which I think you will, it's going to be too late to be super effective. It'll probably be okay because a lot of people play sloppy. And then that double drop came in and I was like, nope, the Spire definitely doesn't help us here, right? Because if you're going 3-base roach, it would be more about the minerals getting up and then exploding into roaches as the gases come down. But with the mutas, of course, we want those out
Wouldn't you get the layer on like the 1-1 and speed anyways?
Yeah, you'd still be going for that, yeah. But it would be a very different focus, right? Because we're not wasting money on the Spire. And focused on the ground
Spire,
as well.
Sure. So just skip the Spire for sure.
Yeah, and I'm not saying you necessarily would have had a ton of roaches out in time, but we might have been a little bit more on point with our scouting or something like that, or whatever it is, or you know, had a little bit more money for roaches and the like.
Yeah.
Now that being said, Overlord scouting, we didn't have an Overlord on the air path between you, and we found out, hey, what if he does drop straight across that top? That can be kind of scary, right? So. Just a reminder for us to always try and overseer scout when our lair does finish. But also, if we don't see... on this map, you could just leave a Zergling on that top path. Would be a simple way to solve it, right?
Yeah,
you just always make a habit of leaving a Zergling. Yeah, I would go quite far up the top. I would be like patrolling. So it's like actually going all the way to the edge of the map and down a little bit. Yeah, up and down a bit so that it covers maybe from the top of the rocks to the edge of the map or something like that, right? That way you've got a much higher chance of whichever part there they drop across, you'll see it, which is awesome. So that was the big thing. I think this was great practice for you, and you did a few things duped, made mistakes. You did a lot of things really well under pressure, right? Which was awesome. There was times where you pulled back from the fight, did a macro cycle while he's stimming around killing your shit. Made me very happy. Yeah, you ran away from your natural when the drop first came in straight away. Like, this whole series was very stressful. And the moment that drop got in and caught you off guard, you should be dead, right? So watch this drop. This should be you dead. You have no defense, no units, no warning. Even 10 seconds warning of this coming would have been a game changer, right? We have no idea. We've just spent our lava on drones. He's in our base. Luckily, we do have 6 lava available. We grabbed the drones, run them away. Would have been good if we grabbed the queen as well. Oh, we did actually.
I did.
Yeah, and then we
You
start
followed
building
up
roaches.
quickly. Yeah.
Unfortunately, the queen didn't pull back far enough, but that's okay. Luckily, he misclicks and loads 8 marines into his medevac, and that saves us. Now, we did pull our drones back for a second here, I think, or at one point we like stopped fighting or something. No, that was fine. Must have only been a fraction of a second.
Yeah, I didn't know here if to like leave them fighting there, if it makes sense or not.
No, that was good.
Waiting for the roaches.
Often, you have, if once your roach is that close, if you have like a bunch of radar point drones, you might lose like 3-4 more drones if you leave them attacking, right? Better to pull them back, have the marines attack the roaches automatically. Now here you needed to either go full roach counter attack all in, which doesn't seem good. You don't have roach speed or upgrades, or you need to just drone back up. So you did start building a few more roaches, and then I told you, hey, you know, come on, we gotta drone up, recover the minerals, and I think you did a really pretty decent job of it. I do think resetting rally points helps a lot in these sort of games, and just getting used to these situations with like where you want to rally your workers to, that sort of thing. So for me, I would have probably rallied everything to the natural, and then the third base back to its own mineral line, and you know, really prioritize getting these injects and these drones going. And this is something where like I want you to look around the replay at this point and really look at what needs to get done. Because this is a post-game zero-stress environment, and I want you to be looking at like, hey, what can I do better here? What's my system? What's my organization? I think you did pretty good at like getting those inject cycles going and that sort of stuff. But keep in mind, like, hey, okay, yeah, maybe we could have got a macro hatch. Ignore the fact that there's an attack coming. Look how quickly you got back to 3 mineral lines saturated. I mean, I know they're slightly under, but they're pretty close, right? I think your main's saturated as well, right? 17, 15, 14. That's like, you've got great mineral income right now. If you don't focus on the minerals after damage like that, you just can't recover. But if he gave you a bit more time, if it was a bit of a bigger map or anything like that, you had time to get one more round of drones out and then swap into just, you know, roach production. It's a very different game. But he just gave you no room. I mean, the fact that he's already hitting you with another marine tank timing after the first one, this is fucking insane pressure that he's putting on, right? And he's got a third floating down behind it. This is what I'm saying, is the fact that you held your own as long as you did against this guy is very impressive. And actually, here's the point where you pull back into a macro cycle. And at first, I wasn't fully enamored with the pullback because I was like, oh, some of the roaches were fighting. But then I saw why you pulled back. You just like click the rally back, let them group, and you went and did a full inject cycle, a full production round, and that was beautiful. Let's bring up that production tab as well. Really important to keep that production tab up most of the time when we're watching the replay, just so we can see what's happening in real time. And the fact that you stabilized a few times, like, this was fucking awesome, man. You're having to put guys back on gas, back on minerals, resaturate your bases. This is the perfect practice game because you were doing it in a high pressure environment. So I really saw your progress of dealing with high pressure situations and sticking to like trying to recover. The only thing is, after that second attack, we know he's going to keep attacking. So on a strategic level, what we could have done here is said, okay, let's just get to like 50, 55 drones, like maybe build one more round of drones here and then go straight back to non-stop roaches, like from this point. So like if you tab, go to unit tab, back to production, you can check your units. Okay, so with these drones coming out, you're above 50 drones. If you went to mass roach now, maybe start making some ravages, and then you go out and intercept this next push that's coming across. Let's go look at this next push. Let's use the replay here. Let's suck up this information. What's this army look like? It's not that many units. There's a ton of medevacs. It's a handful of marines with no combat shields. I don't even know if the marines have upgrades yet, do they?
No, they don't. They didn't almost the whole time. I was looking at them before, like in mid-game and...
Yeah. So if you had 10 more roaches coming out right now, you could jump on this before he sieges, right? Especially with some ravages piling down. Yeah. And you could defend this, and then you could just go counterattack, or you could, then macro up your fourth base and that sort of thing. Yeah. So that's the thing is, I love that you focused on the macro, because you need so much work. Your macro, normally, when, like 6 months ago, when you had a bad start like this, oh my God, your macro in a bad position was so much worse than your normal macro. It was like you just did nothing. You just kind of run around in circles, boxing random things. You wouldn't inject your hatcheries, or you'd inject one at a time. Then you'd do... There was pure chaos, right? Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, you attacked your hatchery there. You made a mistake. Dude, you've been under crazy pressure for fucking 5 minutes. Constant assault. That attack on the hatchery, who gives a shit? You played so much better here. It's awesome. This was actual massive progress. So all we needed to do was, at some point, when your opponent does a crazy attack and then is followed by another crazy attack that surprises you, we just want to lower our scope of where we want to drone to, basically. Just be like, all right, let's just fix the economy a tiny bit, like one round of drones to recover, and then straight into mass army. And even if we feel like I'm probably behind, we're kind of just saying, well, usually in StarCraft, someone who attacks a lot just keeps attacking, right? Someone who's turtling is going to keep turtling. This is just how StarCraft players are. There's a good chance he attacks. If we crush that army by having extra army of our own, we're completely back in the game, right? And that's a very decent way of getting back into it. But overall, dude, like, really good job of recovering your economy. And let's hope no one tells this guy how to build combat shields, because he's going to be in fucking Diamond 1 pretty soon, if he's not already.
Yeah.
Just the tight opening into non-stop aggression is like very hard to deal with for anyone. So it's actually a really tough Terran player. Hats off to your opponent, man. He played really good.
What helped me with this guy, actually, like, usually the Terrans, I feel, are better at covering their tanks, and then I always lose my whole army. Like, he always left his tanks super exposed, I felt. Which, like, helped me.
Because he was jamming it in. Because he was just like, I'm gonna siege in your base and stim my marines in your line. And it's good because it does damage, right, immediately, and catches you off guard, but it does come with that cost. So yeah, like, it's it's quite good. How much production did he have at this point, by the way? Let's go look at his bases, man. Let's go admire his macro. This guy worked really hard, kicked your ass. So what you can do is you can go control click on the buildings in his base. If you want to count the production, Jacob. So you go into his barracks and factories and stuff. So not bases, but his barracks. So,
I mean, like, unit production.
Yeah. And shift control, and you can, like, click the factories and the starports, and you can go around. And I like to do this just to kind of tally all the buildings up. So you can see he doesn't actually have that much production. He has been doing, like, sloppy macro because he's attacking, right? Forgot combat shields. His upgrades are kind of late. But he's doing a ton of stuff. He's got a planetary on his 4th. 5th command center is almost finished. Yeah, he's only just barely above 2 base production. But he's fucking queuing units out of them non-stop, which is the most important thing. Like, he actually did really fucking well. I'm very impressed. He's got different control group for production, 4, command centers 5, main army 1. He does have 2 medevacs on 2, which I think is just left over from the early double drop at the start of the game.
Yeah,
I hope, because control group and medevac separate to your army fucking sucks. Don't do that, guys. Everyone's like, oh, but my medevacs don't heal non-stop. Yeah.
He has them on this one as well.
But that was sick, man. Dude, this was such an impressive game. Oh, an ad break auto-played. Sorry, chat. That's fine.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was good, man. Do we have time for another? How long have we been going?
No, I think we are overtime already.
We started really late, so we're not technically overtime just yet. We only have a few minutes, so unless you want to do a 1 base all in, we could do that. We could do a 1 base all in quickly if you want.
I don't know how to do that, so
easiest fucking thing in your life. Just queue a ladder game. Doesn't matter what the matchup is. We'll do a 1 base Ravager all in. I'll walk you through it.
Okay.
Essentially, what we're gonna do is we're gonna build 2 drones. Actually, we're gonna build 1 drone. We're gonna build 1 drone, then we're gonna go spawning pool. So it's 13 spawning pool, and then we're gonna keep building drones. We're gonna go build a gas, build a drone, build a gas. 1 base double gas, 1 base Ravager all in. Could work versus Terran, best of all. Versus Protoss, maybe. Versus Zerg, if the opponent doesn't know how to make ling speed, maybe. And it's a random player, so we've got a chance.
What about random?
We'll see how we go. Let's fucking go, man. All right, so just 1 drone, and you can try to double your workers up if you want.
Nah, that's fine. And
so
then
pool across the map as always.
Yeah.
Yeah, you won't have money to build that spawning pool for a while.
Yep.
Yeah, your workers actually doubled up nicely anyway, so it's fine. All right, get ready to build that spawning pool, man. Immediately on 200 minerals. Go, 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 go. All right, and now drone. Yep, build 2 drones. So 1 more drone, then a gas. So it's going to be drone, then gas. And then we're going to build... No, just build a gas. Just 1. And now build another drone and then another gas. Yep. Okay, and now we want to build an overlord next, okay? Oh, actually, 1 more drone first, sorry. All right. Yeah, all right. So put guys on gas, 2 on each as they finish here. 2 on the other one. And now we're going to build a roach horn. As soon as that roach horn, that spawning pool finishes, let's go. Get ready to build it. Move into position. Yep. Awesome. All right. Build 1 more drone and put it on the gas. So yeah, we can rally probably a 3rd worker. Yeah, maybe. Okay. And at this point, let's build 1 last drone. okay? And rally it onto the other gas, okay? So that'll put 3 on each gas. Yep. All right, so from here, we're just going to save our lava. What we're going to do is we're going to build 3 roaches to rally across when the roach warren's done. So you can already set your rally point across the map. You don't need to be waiting. And then we're going to build 3 roaches. Then we're going to build an overlord. And then we're going to morph them into ravagers after that. So 3 roaches, hold that key down as soon as that roach warren's done. Yep. Let's go, 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 go. Control group those, send them across the map. And then it's overlord next. And that's going to give us the supply to morph ravagers. And we can see what we can do. Our overlord's getting vision now, so we can see if it's Protoss or Terran. It's a Zerg. No worries. Worst case scenario, but we'll see how we go. We're just going to commit 100%. So, did you build the overlord?
Yeah.
All right, start making ravages. And start rallying more roaches behind this. Yeah, already. They move faster than roaches. The earlier you make them, the better. Make more roaches. And then we're going to need to build an overlord next. Yep. Select your army and rally it to the other side of the map. And get that overlord going. Yep.
Oh, fuck.
That's all right. Doesn't matter.
Almost.
You'll build it with the next one.
Yeah.
Overlord? Yeah, all right, let's go micro up. We can make a Ravager with these guys as well that are just popped out. You can just use your hotkeys. You can just tab to that. You don't need to manually select them. That's okay. Let's go micro these Ravagers. Let's go kill some shit, bro. Get in there. Go for the drones. YOLO Jenkins. Oh, all right, run away, run away, run away. Don't. Yep. This guy seems to have responded correctly. Yeah, try to bait him into the vials. Nice! That was a sick vial as a 5 circling kill. That was awesome. Fucking hey, you got 2 as well. Well done, dude. You got another triple kill, dude. These are actually really well placed vials. You gotten so much better with the vial, man. Oh, slick. Yeah, you can just fight now, maybe potentially.
Yeah.
I don't know. Getting the choke point is always good behind the minerals, you know. Yeah. Look at that. Hey, keep building roaches behind it. You never know, maybe your opponent has an aneurysm. The good thing about doing dumb builds is sometimes your opponents get so offended that you're doing something so stupid that their brain just breaks. And yeah, it's nice. He's got roaches and a spine. Dude, hats off to this guy. Dude, your opponents are playing really good StarCraft. I'm really impressed with these guys. Like, good solid reactions, good overwhelming play, good bio placement though, man. This is the fun thing about doing little cheeses like this as well, is you get to put more APM into like little micro things that you normally don't. And you just like, you know, you're like, okay, this game's probably over, but I'm gonna micro my heart out and like see what value I can get, which is actually sick. So good on you, man. That was awesome.
Cool.
Sorry for throwing your MMR away, but it's good. That's how ladder works. We lose MMR, we gain MMR back if we deserve it anyway.
Yeah,
right? We'll be back.
My MMR is to be given away. That's totally fine.
That's the way to do it. But yeah, that's actually a really good all-in against Terran. It's like 13.
Nice.
Pool,
that was actually fun.
13 pool into like double 14 gas basically is the build. You can do it 12 pool into double 14 gas. You can do 14 pool, 14 gas, 14 gas. It doesn't really matter. Just get your spawning pool and some gases early and then go through some Ravages across the map. It's hard to fuck that build up, basically. Unless you're trying to like overly optimize it and you like forget your overlord because you're obsessing over stuff. Like it's usually fine. That's awesome, man. Okay, so I once again, hats off to you for that Ghost River game. Macroing and doing cycles under pressure while getting your face punched in by that Terran was awesome. That's the best practice I've ever seen. I don't know, you should message that guy and be like, hey, you want to play some more? The guy's fucking sick. That was great. Awesome. All right, man. Yeah, we got the Proxy Rax reaction as well. Pull drones if it's close enough and early enough. The barracks have just started kind of thing. Otherwise, we're just going to go for that mineral-only defense. 6 slings across the map. Get a spine. Keep droning up and building queens, and queens plus a spine, and potentially adding more spines depending on the position and stuff, and you'll be a-okay. If, of course, it catches you by surprise, we're going to treat it like a cannon rush. Pull tons of drones, build as many lings as you can, and just split those drones up to attack different things. But the main drone pack is usually surrounding the Marines, right? You'll split like a few off to attack the building SCV here or there, or if they're just running away with the Marines, sometimes you just attack the bunker and just kill the bunker, right? Rather than targeting the SCV, because you're like, oh, I can just surround this and kill it really quickly. It's not even half finished. Other than that, we should be good, man. Awesome. I think this is a good sesh. I will meet up with you next time, my dude. So let me know whenever you want to set up another one, and we'll get into it.
Yeah, I would. In 2 weeks, we basically is Dallas, right? So we'll see each other there. But
yeah.
So after that, probably.
Okay, no worries, man. Keep getting games in when you get a chance, and catch you later.
Will do. Awesome.